The Caribbean is feeling Fiona's fury. The Category 3 hurricane is packing 115-mile-per-hour winds.
Not to mention the drenching rains. Christy Fajardo is with us with more on Hurricane Fiona. Christy.
It has just been devastating. In Puerto Rico, the government is still assessing the damage. Fiona barreled through on Sunday and then dumped even more rain on the island yesterday. And as the hurricane continues its path of destruction through the Caribbean, it's already being blamed for at least 4 deaths. Fiona is getting stronger, barreling through the Turks and Caicos on Tuesday as a Category 3. It was just yesterday that she left behind all this devastation, causing catastrophic flooding in Puerto Rico, where she dumped more than 2 feet of rain, wiping out crops and battering the coastline. Many homes and communities are still flooded.
It was too much. I didn't expect this. A lot of people lost everything. Very, very rough.
Downed trees and mudslides have made many roads impassable, and most of the island is now in the dark. Huge swaths are also without running water. Generators and gasoline are now hard to come by, and the governor warns authorities may not know the full extent of the damage for at least another week.
We were hoping it wouldn't be so big, but it was bigger than we expected, and you have to make do with what you have.
Too often, Puerto Ricans have had to make do. Hurricane Maria caused a complete blackout of the island 5 years ago, and power wasn't restored for 11 months. In the nearby Dominican Republic, many villages are flooded and cut off from the rest of the island. Entire farming communities have been wiped out by torrential rains and powerful winds.
A lot of people had loans to grow bananas, coffee, cocoa. Everything is gone.
And tonight, U.S. Health Secretary Javier Becerra has declared a public health emergency for Puerto Rico, freeing up federal funds and equipment to help the island. Fiona is now heading towards Bermuda.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 17. Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone. All praises, honors, and glories be unto Yahweh Ba'Shem El-Shai, Ba'Shem HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of every millstone. They're doing they were well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the members of the elect. The afflicted, the 1/3. Shalom. This is Brother Dawadah from GMS Detroit Camp, coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem El-Shai, Ba'Shem HaKodash. Today I want to do a video, all right, going in on the situation going on down there in Puerto Rico, which the majority of the people over there in Puerto Rico, they're into some form of Christianity, some form of Roman Catholicism. All right, and Most High sent that destruction upon them because they ain't right, because they're not right. Because even in the midst of that destruction, you know what they're praying to? That white meat, Chesede Borgia, the white man. That's what they're praying to. You know, our people are joined unto idols, especially the tribe of Ephraim. You try to tell them about Yahweh Shai, you tell them that he's a so-called black man, they'll want to fight you. Because they're heavy anti-idolatry. All right? They usually have the rosaries, the Jesus pieces. You go into they're heavy into idolatry, so the Most High is effing them up. You know? It's the nature of our people. Because here it is. The truth is out there, yet they don't want to repent. You know? Isaiah 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his own, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Yeah. Because there's jakes on the island of Puerto Rico, right? Because they are Israelites, all right? Particularly of the tribe of Ephraim. And they've heard about the truth, but they refuse it. They want to cling onto that Christianity. You know, you come up with the truth to them, they don't consider it. They don't consider it. They don't stop to think, wait a minute, maybe. Because the main thing that gets them, when they see that the Lord is a so-called black man and not white, that they lose it. See? And that's why the Lord has sent that destruction upon them. All right? It says, sinful nation, the people laden with iniquity. Part of their iniquity is what? Their idolatry. A seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken Yahweh Ba'Shem El-Shai. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. What's an example of that? them setting up all these different churches, all right, over there in Puerto Rico. Them wearing the Jesus pieces, the rosaries, so on and so forth, which is nothing more than idolatry. They are gone away backward. Why? Here's the point. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Why should the Lord send another hurricane or another earthquake or another flash flood to destroy Puerto Rico? Why should he do that anymore? Why is the Lord saying this? Because why you revolt more and more instead of them repenting, all right? Instead of them actually considering, like, wait a minute, maybe what these Israelites are saying are true. The elder apostle started the video where he mentioned that IUIC was down there in Puerto Rico, you know. But here it is. How many of them actually converted? They're too far gone in that Christianity. All right. So the more hell the Lord puts on the island of Puerto Rico, the more and more they want to revolt. You revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. All right. So they're heavy into idolatry. Just let them alone. And that's why the Lord is messing that place up. You know? And then they also mentioned the food. Because it's not just the water, all right? It's not just the hurricane causing water, all right, to be over flooding, but it's messing with their crops. So if you don't have crops, no food. You see? Then they also mentioned how they don't have power over there. So the Lord is totally messing them up, you know? And why is he doing it? Once again, verse 5, why should ye be stricken anymore? You revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. And ultimately, all Jake ain't going to get it. This is only for the elect. Right? This is only for the elect of the nation of Israel. The majority of our people are not set up to make it. No matter how well you break the scriptures down to them. All right? Let me see. And people are wondering, why this happened to Puerto Rico? Who did that? Well, God did this. Isaiah 28:2. Behold, Yahweh Baal Shemel Shai hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. All right? There was another one, but it doesn't seem to come to mind. Isaiah 45. Because the Lord is the one that did it to him. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. People will consider what happened to Puerto Rico evil. I, Yahweh, Baal Shemel Shai, do all these things. The Lord is the one that jacked them up. Why did he do it? Let's go back to Hosea. Hosea 7. No, Hosea 4:17. Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone. See? So with that, I just want to do a video on that. What's going on over there in Puerto Rico. All praises, honors, and glories be unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakudash, double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, that do indeed well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect. They'll reflect on 1/3. With that being said, Shalom. Barak Hakim, and if you that listen, Shalom.